Ransomware's knocking, it's locking the door. Phishing is fishing for secrets once more. A storm of requests, DDoS takes the stage. The network is burning, they're setting the rage. But we know the game, we've seen it before. 5 kinds of danger, 5 kinds of war. 5 attacks in the night, can you see them collide? Ransomware, phishing, they're all on the rise. 0 days hiding, supply chains fall. CyberX stands defending us all. 0-day shadows, they strike without sound. One hidden flaw, and the walls tumble down. Supply chains are fragile, one link breaks apart, and chaos will follow. It tears at the heart, but we raise the shield, we answer the call. Together united, we won't let it fall. 5 attacks in the night, can you see them collide? Ransomware, phishing, they're all on the rise. 0 days hiding, supply chains fall. CyberX stands defending us all. Ransomware, shut it down. Hallucinating mail, turn around. Restore, hold the line. 0 day, not this time. Supply chain, strong and tall. CyberX, protecting all. 5 attacks in the night, but we won't hide. Fighting together, we turn the tide. In this cyber war, we answer the call. CyberX stands defending us
Welcome back, everyone. My name is David Silva, LiveX number 12, founder CEO of CyberX here. And yesterday's live, one of the best. If you were here with us yesterday, type I was here in the chat right now. So yesterday we gave you the map, the 5 concepts of cybersecurity completely for free. Today we get tactical. Thomas Mitchell is back. 9 years of cybersecurity. Thomas, are you here with us? Hello, Thomas. Yeah, 9 years as a cybersecurity engineer, CISP certified adjunct professor, and someone who has guided hundreds of students through the exact exam we are dissecting today. Here's the plan. For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to interrogate Thomas about the CompTIA Security Plus exam, the real structure, the modules, the traps, the things nobody tells you. Take notes because this alone worth the hour. And around minute 25, we're making an announcement, something Thomas and I have been building for months. I may not say more yet, but if you've been waiting for a sign to finally start your cybersecurity career, do not live this life. Ready, Thomas?
Yeah, yes, I am, everybody. Nice to see you again, David.
Thanks so much. Yeah. So, quick recap for those who missed yesterday. So, cybersecurity has a massive global talent gap. Entry level doors are completely open and fundamentals beat genius. But here's the honest truth, we end up at some point that learning alone isn't enough. You need structure, you need recognition. That's where Security Plus comes in. Thomas, 30 seconds. Why this certification?
So, number one, right, it's the most recognized entry level cybersecurity certification, in the world. Essentially, it's vendor neutral, right? As we spoke about yesterday about vendors, be it Microsoft, Cisco, and it meets the Department of Defense or the United States Department of Defense 8570 directive requirements, which essentially means that you need to be listed, right, as having this certificate. And it's if you want to do contract work in the federal government, and it's also recognized in 147 different countries. So it's trusted by organizations like Amazon, Deloitte, your Microsoft, the DoD. And number two, recruiters literally filter resumes with it, okay, because it's one of the requirements and caveats. And number three, it forces you to build essentially a complete foundation, the whole picture, not just one tool. Okay,
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. And for those people that doesn't know what means DoD is Department of Defense, right, Thomas?
that's correct.
Yeah. So let's go to the exam. What is the exam physically? What do you face when you sit down?
So we essentially the current version is 701 or SY0701, and there are 90 questions in 90 minutes. So essentially one question per minute. So time is not time is your enemy there, right? So you have to make sure you are quick and diligent. So there are essentially multiple question types, multiple choice, performance-based questions, your simulations that, you have to analyze different logs, you have to analyze attacks, configure settings and different scenarios, David, which is pretty cool. And they generally hit the first questions first, which essentially make you the most nervous. A passing score, David, is 750 on a score of 100 to 900. So you want to make sure you are comfortably above the 80% territory in terms of your preparation, right?
Mhm.
And from what I understand, it's available in English, Portuguese, and Hola como estás Spanish. Okay, and there are different testing centers everywhere. It's a global company, and it could be also taken online, proctored, and it's valid for 3 years.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Thomas. And as just saw today on LinkedIn that a guy passed on Security Plus and with a score above 800, and automatically he received a voucher for the next CompTIA CISA Plus exam for free. So that's a big advantage to study a lot. So, Thomas, the modules, what are the domains? What's the weight? I think you also brought some slides. I don't know if you want to share now or.
I do. Yeah, I did. Yeah, let me place that here. Just give me a quick moment. Can you let me know when you could see it, David?
Yeah, yeah, you just have to put in present mode.
Yeah, I What about now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Good. Okay, great. So the exam, right? In terms of the Security Plus at a glance, there again, 90 minutes, 90 questions, 750 to pass, 3 years of validation, and overall, right? You asked me about the domains, right? And where the weight is. So you have the general security concepts that weighs about 12%. Your threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations, they weigh about 22%, because you have to make sure that you're able to protect your organization, David, and they want to make sure that you understand how to protect it, right? Security architecture, 18%. Your security operations, which is the largest one compared to number 2, which is essentially your monitoring, your log analysis, incident response. I know, David, that's not the first time you hear that there, buddy. And your security program management and oversight. Again, how to have oversight in cybersecurity, 20%. So essentially, threats plus operations is 50% of the exam. So it allows for them to disguise multiple questions, so that they could actually make sure that you understand the concepts, right? And that also means that, instead of doing all lecture, labs effectively beat lectures, okay, every single time, because they need those hands-on, right?
Yeah, thank you so much, Thomas. And out of curiosity, does CompTIA Security Plus have questions like answer the which one is the best answer for this question? And you have like
Yeah.
5 alternatives, and you have to choose which one is the best one.
Yep, that's right. And that's how they're able to, analyze if you actually did make sure you studied, if you actually have done a lot of hands-on, David, because that's, as a person that has done hands-on lot with other folks in the past, those kind of questions will filter down for them. And so, again, with that bottom portion of the slide there, the hands-on is going to prepare them for those tricky questions.
Yeah, and that comes to the next question. Now that everyone wants the traps, what catches people?
So the traps that catch people, right? So there may be 2 right answers. So 2 options are technically correct, but one of the options is technically more correct, right? And so, what we discussed a little bit ago, you and I, David, is that, that hands-on will prepare them to be able to sift through those 2 kind of similar answers, right? Best, first, and most. So, when you take the exam, you have to pay attention to the keywords. You have to make sure that you read and then you reread the question, because sometimes it can get a little tricky there, David. And your performance-based questions, right? They come early, and the folks that have not had the chance to have any hands-on, they're going to be a little bit lost there when taking that exam. So that's why your hands-on practice is crucial, right? And your acronym soup. So don't know the letters, you can't essentially eliminate the options. So you need to make sure that you understand the acronyms, right? Like MFA, okay? And then, trap number 5, essentially studying the wrong version, okay? So, effective July 1st, they have added your AI threats, David, and they also expanded in some of the portions of, what do you call this, the supply chain. And that's important because it's changed a lot. The threats have changed a lot, as you know, David, especially with AI and the supply chain. And that's why they're adding that to the overall, what do you call this list?
Yeah, and that last one, folks, imagine studying for the wrong version because the exam changed some days ago. So it's a lot of study wasted. I mean, wasted because the knowledge is not wasted, of course, but with outdated material and discovering that inside the exam room, uh, you don't have this kind of study at the moment. So that's how people fail with 80% practice score. So, Thomas, what should people pay most attention to in prep?
Excuse me. So, the objectives in terms of what we just broke down, that's essentially their bread and butter, their Bible, right? So, if it's not there, okay, it's not on the exam. So that is the overall threshold of what they need to study, okay, in terms of all the topics. And it's essentially fair game. They need to study the different objectives, make sure that they have active practice, right? Because that's essentially that beats your passive videos. You go and you watch and you watch and you watch and you watch, and that's not really going to essentially help you understand and remember what would be the case if you want to be successful with the Security Plus is hands-on labs, right? Practice for hands-on labs is the biggest one. Practice for your question banks, you know, and any type of discipline when it comes to slow but steady, right, David? And then train the exam, right? Not just the content. So, taking the exam is essentially, time simulations, PBQ drills. So it's a skill in itself, okay? And so self-study students almost never train it. That's why it's very important to have somebody to guide you to be successful.
Yeah, for those who doesn't know, Thomas, what means PBQ?
Performance-based questions.
Can you explain a little bit? What is it?
So your performance-based questions is, for example, one of the biggest ones is essentially configuring a firewall, and so you're going to try to figure out ingress, egress, IP addresses, ports, and it gives you a prompt of what you need to do, and you need to go in there and you need to configure the firewall, and so that's part of the exam. This is
Okay,
one
okay.
example.
Yeah, so can you bring also some real numbers? How long it takes?
So with structure and really good guidance, or somebody that's really dedicated there with you, you could compress it dramatically, right? The content itself fits at an intensive format when it comes to the 80% hands-on, right? And alone, right? So I see people take 8 to 12 months, or then just put it to the wayside, or abandon it on the third month. So the content isn't the hard part, okay? What needs to be essentially completed and understood is those hands-on labs, which will essentially take those concepts, David, and ensure that the folks understand. And not only do they read about it, but they implemented it in their body.
Yeah, the content isn't the hard part, right? Is consistency without support is.
Yep,
So
that's
I
correct.
also have a personal question for you. You've taught hundreds of students. When someone fails this exam or gives up before even booking it, what actually happened?
So, it's almost never intelligence, essentially three things, right? If there's no structure, they're drowning in like random Reddit posts, YouTube videos, David, and so essentially it's kind of wrong in the wrong order. The other is your no feedback, so they don't know, right, if they've done things wrong, if they've done things correct, if they're in the correct essentially avenue, right? And I mean, it's about almost what, 400 euros per attempt, if I'm not mistaken.
No, yeah, it's a lot of
So,
money.
I mean, yeah, it's expensive. So no accountability. So, with week three becomes month three, and the dream essentially starts to die, unfortunately. So, students pass fast all have the same thing, okay? And that is, a structured path. That is somebody that is right there next to them, David, that, answers their question and ensure that they're in the correct route and make sure that they're going to be successful in their future careers, right? Hands-on labs and practice, and a group moving with them. And, that's the entire secret of that.
Yeah, and that's why we're exactly why here today. So I think it's time, Thomas, that to announce that today we are officially the enrollment is open for CyberX Academy CompTIA Security Plus live training taught by Thomas Mitchell himself. And this is not another recorded course that you can buy and never finish. So listen to the format. From August 3rd to 14th, Monday to Friday, 4 hours a day, 10 live sessions. In 10 days, you go from zero to exam ready. Not 12 months of drifting, 10 focused day. 80% hands-on labs, 20% lecture, over 30 official CompTIA labs on the official platform. Thomas' philosophy, no death by PowerPoint, right, Thomas?
That's right. Yeah. No death by PowerPoint.
Yeah, you learn to defend networks, but actually doing it. And also the important part is strictly limited to 15 students only. And I'll tell you why. Because it's live. And Thomas gives you personal attention to every single student. That doesn't scale, and we refuse to water it down. As it is this morning, just out of curiosity, Thomas, some people discovered already the link for the course, and we already only have 11 seats for the course. So we went before even we announced publicly. And the number that I'm most proud of, 93% first attempt pass rate with Thomas. As you saw yesterday, Thomas having been teaching hundreds of students, and he has a 92% first attempt pass rate, well above industry average. So his method works. Now, the investment. Let's do the math together because I want you to see exactly what this is worth. So you're taking 10-day live instructor training, 2,200 euros. Official CompTIA lab access, 450 euros. Official student guide, career masterclass, lifetime sessions, blockchain verified certification, private community, official exam voucher. So if you put it together, it's over 4,000 euros if you bought everything separately. But your investment today, the complete package, course plus CompTIA Security voucher, is 10 installments of 189.7, less than 109 euros a month to change your career in 10 days. There's also a course option at 10 times 149.7. But honestly, the voucher package is the best value because the voucher comes discounted. So we have this kind of partnership so we can provide you the voucher with a discount price. And the best part that removes all the risk, our guarantee, right, Thomas? If you attend the first two sessions and you don't feel this course is for you, full refund, no questions asked. You literally get everything before committing. And if you're not sure about the quality, we could never offer this for you. So our team is going to share here, and also we're going to put on the table and put on the screen, sorry, not the table. If you want to secure a spot right now, you can scan the QR code here. And also our team is going to put on the chat for you. If you need more information about the course. Thomas, do you want to add something?
I do, yeah. Let me add just one thing, if you don't mind, David. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. But essentially, I've taught this for 7 years, and you can see the white hair on the side of my head. It makes me feel kind of old, but it's okay. It's okay. I actually like doing this. I really do. I built the program in a way that I wish that my courses in the past were built, and that is learned by performing these labs and doing, and not just by sitting there watching a bunch of slides. Okay. So, every single day, David, they're going to have multiple hands-on labs with me, and it will actually be on the official CompTIA platform. So it's not going to be random labs. It's going to be labs that, prepare them for the exam. So, essentially the philosophy is simple. And that is, I don't necessarily teach you to pass the exam. I will teach you to defend networks and systems, like I have been doing close to 10 years. Okay, I do it every single day, Monday through Friday. And so, I essentially have a personal goal, David, right? And that is, everyone that walks out of this cohort will walk and take that exam and feel over prepared. And that is a wonderful thing. It's gonna help with nervousness. It's gonna help with you being calm. You're like, you know what? I got this. Thomas did a good job. He drilled me. He told me what I was doing wrong. He helped me fix it. I learned, and so that's the standard, and that's why we cap it at 15 to make sure that every individual has a wonderful experience with us.
Yeah, and I was reading one of the students, your previous students said, I'm quoting what they said. Thomas generally wants his students to succeed, and they walked out well prepared for the certification test. So this is also congratulations for you, Thomas, for investing your time, your experience to teach people how to get inside cybersecurity. Some people get nervous, as you said. There's a lot of content to know, and that's really good. So you want to walk through about how it's going to be the 10 days, please?
Yeah, so I'll walk through the 10 days. So essentially, your first day, David, or the student's first day, or the career changer's first day would be in regards to security concepts, different security controls, threat actors, and you're already in the labs in day one. Okay, so we're already going to be messing around with set environment that they will have access to. They will also be performing some system configuration analysis with me. So it'll be pretty cool. And they're going to be touching some security controls with me. So how essentially we do the labs is that I actually share my screen, and then I go through the labs with everyone. If somebody gets stuck, I help and we continue. Essentially, we are all rowing together, okay? And so there's essentially no warm-up week. We build from literally day one, David. So, every single day, pairs with a different topic and labs. And, across the 10 days with me, the 10 days of dedication, the 10 days of the rapport with me, and the fellow folks that will be on the call, there will have about 30 plus official CompTIA labs. So, by the end of the course, they essentially touched everything they need to touch. Everything that we discussed in the objectives, David, they're going to already know, their buddy. And if you missed a class, then there are recordings with lifetime access. So life happens. We're all adults here. If something were to happen, you can't attend one of the sessions, then we record the lecture, the labs, and what have you, so that way they're successful and they don't feel like they left out. David. The director instructor access, right? When we come to talking about communication, we have a private channel. So essentially, they could ask me anything during the program, and they won't necessarily feel like they're stuck alone, right, on a specific concept. The exam readiness. We will have in terms of a group, we will have these practice exams and readiness checks to ensure that they've understood the concepts and the terminology, David, to make sure that they're successful.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt. And what this eliminates? No more guessing what to study, no more studying alone, no more I'm ready, so this is the right group for the right people. And we also have, right, Thomas, Career Masterclass. This is really cool for people who want to get some jobs in cybersecurity.
What's that? I couldn't hear you, the button.
Yeah, we also have Career Masterclass. This is a bonus that we're offering for the students. So we can check their resumes, we can practice some interviews about salary negotiation. So we have this kind of opportunity for the students, so we can prepare them also to go into the market. So,
That's correct,
the certification is just the beginning, not the end.
And they need, they will need that because, if you miss a couple things in your resume, they literally cast it aside, David. It's a shame,
Yeah. Yeah, and some people doesn't know actually how to build a proper resume. In the US, you have a different kind of systems. In Portugal, is a different one. In Brazil, is a different one. In the US, you have to pass the ATS first. So basically, the system, automatic system. Yeah. In Brazil, I have a famous company that analyzes resume. So people say that when they pass this, they won they won the machine. So this is kind of thing. So we already sent the link for the course here on the chat. And just to remember, so it's 10 installments available, refund guarantee within 2 sessions. And back to you, Thomas. Do you want to add something? We have some questions for you.
So before the questions, I just wanted to say really quickly, David, that if you're okay, let me talk to them. If you are hesitating, okay, you're not going to lose anything. Come join us, right? You have the 2-session guarantee. I promise you that you're not going to fall asleep. I promise you that you're going to learn a bunch with me. You're going to have a bunch of hands-on labs, and you're going to feel very confident. I've been teaching for a long time now, and and I've unfortunately had some boring professors in the past where it's like, oh, no, not in this case, right? We come with a positive attitude. I'm always reinforcing folks and ensuring that everybody knows, the concepts before moving forward. So yeah, I'm really excited to having everybody with me.
Yeah, that's really good, Thomas, because boring teachers are the worst. Yeah. So we actually have some questions here. The first one is from Mateus. Do you know which Security Plus exam domain causes the highest failure rate among candidates?
So good question. I have in the past is the security operations. That's the biggest one, and that is in regards to your essentially your monitoring, the log analysis, etc. Where if they fail those questions, it weighs so much that it takes them out, and that's also a big reason. I appreciate that for the question. That's also a really big reason, also, David, is that that's why it's so crucial to have all these labs, because if they don't have the experience of doing the analysis, and it weighs so much, it weighs that what do you call this, 20%, then it could take you out. And so you don't want that. You want to make sure you move forward. You want to make sure you transition into your new career, for those folks that are transitioning in their careers and what have you.
Yeah, that's really good. We also have Mr. Macaroni from yesterday. Thank you for coming back. So she's saying hands-on lab. That's awesome. We
Hi, Mrs.
also have
Macaroni. Nice to see you.
we also have one question from Thiago Mendes. Hi everyone. Is there a fixed schedule for this 10-day class? You want me
So
to
the
open
answer is,
here?
go ahead, David. What's that?
You want me to open here the website so we can talk about
Oh
it?
yeah, good. Yeah, if you don't mind, yes, please. So nice to meet you, by the way. And I really hope and pray that you join, because you're gonna have a wonderful time with me. We do. It's essentially a certain time, and you'll see there in the website. Um, there's all your days all broken down there, about the different topics that we're going to be covering, the different labs. Um, if you keep scrolling down, you can show them the dates and the time, David.
Yeah. So I have day
Yeah,
7,
see,
incident
incident
response.
response. Yeah, very important, because okay, let's pretend that we got hit, right, or we got hacked, or we got compromised. We need to have some incident response. We need to understand that, David, because that's one of the big ones there, buddy.
Yeah. And as we said at the beginning, this is a certification that teaches about the foundation of each part of cybersecurity umbrella. So you're going to learn about pen testing, a little bit about governance, a little bit malware's education, about incident response. So it's a fundamental um, exam.
Yeah. Also, when you get to day 10 there, if you can click on day 10, right? Okay. We even have a challenge lab for you. Okay. And so what happens is that I go through all the labs with you. I go through all the terminology. We do the lecture. We learn together. Okay. And you can hear how I'm excited I am, because I've been doing this for a while, and I really have the pleasure of showing people and teaching them. I really like that, David. And so we have a challenge lab, David, for them. And what happens is I let them take the reins. It's like, okay, you show me, right? You've done this for multiple days now. If you get stuck, I'll be there to help you, but you're going to be doing that on your own. And then that's part of where you essentially you cultivate, you teach, you ensure that they have everything, and then you kind of push them to go fly on their own, David. So that's part of that there, buddy.
Yeah, that's really cool. Challenges are really good. Don't provide any spoiler for them. No
Uh-oh.
spoilers. No spoilers. Yeah. So going back to the exclusive bonuses, so we have everything for you. CompTIA Security Study Guide, Cybersecurity Career Masterclass, Private Community Access, session recording, and we're also going to receive a blockchain verified cybersecurity certification. Here are some the what the student says about Thomas, that they had a great experience with Mr. Thomas. They felt very helpful. It was explaining the whole process and the specific terms. So this is the math. If you put everything together, it's going to cost more than 4,000 euros. But only today, if you're buying the course with us, you're going to pay 10 times on 189.7. So you get everything, all the bonuses for free. And you also have the package, of course, if you want only the course or if you want the course plus the voucher. I recommend taking the voucher because that you can also show to employees that you get the certification. You can post on social media, on LinkedIn, to prove that you already are certificated. So going back to the questions, Thomas, is a rapid fire. So I'm a complete beginner. Is this for me?
Oh, just really quickly, he asked about the time schedule. in your previous question. I just want to make sure that we cover that.
Is there I mean, okay. You want to answer that?
No, I would just say what the fixed schedule is. Did you have the times on the website there for him?
Yeah, we have on the
Okay, good.
website on the first
Okay,
page. Uh,
good. There we go. He can take a look at the website and join me. I'm telling you, there's nothing you're not gonna lose anything. You're gonna have a wonderful time. I'm telling you, the first session you're gonna have a wonderful time. The second session you're gonna have a most wonderful time. And then by day 10, you're not gonna want to leave the class because you're having so much fun with everybody, with all the labs. So
yeah. So the class is going to be from 6 to 10 Portuguese time. So the question, Thomas, I'm a complete beginner. Is this for me?
So yes, the course is built on a strong, true foundation. Okay, where career changers are literally on day one, and that's what it's designed for. So the only thing that I request for them to bring, David, is the commitment to show up for the 10 day. Excuse me, the 10 days of the 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it's going to be 4 hours a day for 10 days is intense. What if I can keep up?
So it's intensive by design, right? And so it's understood that immersion is why it works. If they'll have a lifetime of recordings. So plus they're going to have direct access to me. So there's students, David, that kind of feel like what do you call this, that they felt behind, and they need to catch up, then I'm here for them. So nobody essentially is being left behind with the class of 15, and I'm excited. So
Yeah, that's really good. And what if I can just, we get these questions a lot. Can I just study free on YouTube? Why I'm gonna buy this?
yeah, so you can, but some succeed and some fail. The majority fail because free content essentially has no order. You don't have the direct access to the CompTIA official labs, which essentially will prepare them, David, for those, that heavy way of the 28%, like I said earlier, with the objectives. They won't have any feedback. They won't have anybody like me with them, checking on them, and just being them there for them is very crucial. So the graveyard of these cyber careers is essentially full of a 40 hour playlist, right? And so
Yeah.
essentially it's abandoned, and they don't really learn anything.
Yeah, and then you cannot have access to the labs. You don't receive any feedback. You just get lost. Yeah. So what if I enroll and it's not for me?
So then you could attend the two full sessions, the real classes, and not necessarily just a preview, and you'll get the 100% of their money back, David, and obviously no questions asked. So the risk essentially is entirely on us, and we manage risk, in cybersecurity. So this is like a no scenario when it comes to their loss.
Yeah. So honest answer, 15 seats, 11 left this morning, and the page says what it means. So registration close when it's full. We are saying that already.
Mm-hmm.
So the cohort start August 3rd, and we don't know when we're going to open the course again. So I generally don't know, right, Thomas? Because Thomas
Yep.
also has a lot of work to do. So every month you wait is a month you're not certified, not applying, not earning money. So offer recap, 10 days from August 3rd to 14 with Thomas. 8% hands-on labs, 30 plus official labs, study guides, masterclass, recordings, community, blockchain certification. Exam voucher includes the best value package with 93 pass rate and a lot of good reviews of the content that Thomas provides you. So You have some questions, but already we answered some of them. And actually, I have one personal one here. What if I did the beginning of my career differently? So, in the past, one of the things that I also recommend is to have is a mentor. And in the past, we didn't have this kind of things, but now you do. That's why we're here to help you. So you can have the whole structure. You know what you have to study, and instead of learning everything the hard way. So in the past, it cost me years to know what I know nowadays. So today, that shortcut exists. It's 10 days in August. It's taught by one of the best instructors that I know. It's guaranteed refundable and just one click away. Some of you will close the tab to think about it, and in 3 months, you'll be exactly where you are today, except the ones that they choose the other path. So others will decide to stay with us, and others will just stay where they are. So do you add something, Thomas? Let me check if you have more questions here. Yeah, we
About the
also,
mentorship.
yeah, if you want to talk about it, we also have two.
So when I first started, yeah, there was not much going on there when it comes to mentorship and me having the ability to. I'm just thinking back, me having the ability to like kind of like look up to someone and then kind of for that person to be there if I have any questions or if I'm stuck on a concept, because everybody understands things differently, David, as you know. So yeah, I mean that's one of the biggest things is when you're studying to have somebody there with you and that you're not just looking at a book like I was, unfortunately, and I'm just flipping through the pages. I have nobody with me, and so it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference to have somebody there with you that you don't feel alone, and that at the end of the day, if they were to have any questions or they need somebody to cover it a different way, then I'm there for them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really good also. So, just like recap, is the voucher included? Yes. If you choose the package with the voucher, you're gonna have the exam with you. Um what if I miss a class, Thomas? You can answer that.
Yeah, so they have lifetime recordings of the 10 sessions, and they'll have that direct access. Like, just in case you have any questions or whatever, they can catch up like that.
Yeah. And what do I need to attend? Any
So
specific
you,
thing?
yeah, so they need a computer and internet. The beauty about the course is that the labs are hosted in the cloud, so not much of the computational power is going to be utilized on said laptop. Just need a good
Yeah.
internet connection.
Yeah, that's good. So is there a certificate even before the CompTIA exam? Yes, we create a blockchain verified certification for you. So you can also post that on your social media. You share with your employees, and you can share on your LinkedIn. One more for you, Thomas. I failed SY071 CompTIA before. Will this work for my retake?
So yes, with practice exams and readiness checks, they'll essentially know that okay, now this time they're actually ready, right? Like I said, they have to cover those objectives and make sure that they are passing at a high level to make sure that one objective it doesn't wipe them out, like we said previously. So plus the materials aligned with the new July 2026 objectives, with including AI and your supply chain.
Hmm. And they can really pay in 10 times?
So yeah, so both packages, credit card, via Stripe or what have you, and so yeah, so essentially you can.
Yeah. And regarding jobs, what jobs can people can actually get after?
So, cybersecurity is so broad and it's very exciting. You could be anywhere from what do you call it, a junior pen tester, making sure that the systems are secure by trying to break them, and if it breaks, then they need to fix it, right? Your security operations center or your SOC analyst, which you're getting in tickets and you're doing incident analysis essentially. Your security analysis is very similar. You could be a security engineer, where you essentially be placed on a project and you need to make sure and ensure that said project is doing things in a secure manner and fashion. So there's a lot out there, David, which is wonderful. A lot of opportunity and a lot of demand.
In terms of salaries, that's important also.
Oh yeah, Sal. Yeah. So in Europe is a little bit different. So it looks like that 38 to 70,000 euros in Europe. In America or the United States, they're looking at starting, like I started around $80,000, and with where I'm at now, but not now. Just saying, in terms of if you have 10 years in the field or more, you're looking at 150 to $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So
cybersecurity.
plus the go ahead.
No, no, go.
Oh, so plus, the lovely salary. They'll have that career master class, David, and from what I remember, you mentioned that. That's
Yeah,
wonderful, and that's going to help them convert that cert to a job
yeah,
or a
and you know
career,
what?
a career.
Yeah, a career. So it's important to mention that after the Security Plus, there's a career map. So you can decide if you're going to blue team, red team, governance, fraud. So there's a bunch of certifications, but you must have a solid foundation first. Doesn't you don't skip the steps. You leave the steps first. Of course, you're not going to start receiving 100K per year only after Security Plus. No, you won't get it. You're junior after the certification. Unless
Mm-hmm.
you are already a professional, wanting to change career and you get in the certification is a completely different thing. Just to make things clear, right, Thomas?
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
Thomas?
Yeah. So it's that's a foundation, and then did you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So that's this, security plus your foundation. Once you start having more years in your belt, and then you have multiple years, I believe it's 7+ or 6+, they could then go for the CISSP. So security plus is a wonderful foundation for a successful
Yes,
career.
CISSP is just like 10 years above. It's too much. Yeah, we actually have one more questions here from Mateus. What is the one skill recruiters look for that almost no one develops by studying alone?
So that's actually a really good question. What is one skill recruiters look for? Okay,
In my opinion,
actually, I'm
soft
going to give
skills.
two. What's that? Soft skills.
In
I
my
was going to say that.
opinion,
Yeah.
yeah, soft skill,
So
yeah.
yeah, it is the communication aspect. Okay. When you are part of a cohort and you need to communicate and everybody's talking, and I'm talking, that's a big thing with the soft skills. I mean, at the end of the day, let's say that something were, we were hacked or what have you, David, and we had to go brief the upper management or we had to go brief somebody. We need to be able to communicate, right? So communication is one of the biggest skills, I believe, for when the recruiter actually meets with you and you're able to attest that having that soft skills. Not
Yeah.
just the hard skills. Hard skills are technical.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I can also say that another soft skill that's really important is empathy, right?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. I think you're having a delay with the internet connection, but that's fine.
It was an
We're just
awkward pause there, huh? I'm
yeah,
sorry,
no,
David.
no, it's fine. Someone's trying to hack you, not me, not at this time. Yeah, so that's time. Thomas, thank you so much for being here with us. To everyone who enrolled during this live, welcome to the cohort. See you on August 3rd. To everyone still deciding, you have still the opportunity. Just go cyberx.pt. You go to the training part down there, and you find the CompTIA Security Plus. So 10 installments, money back guarantee in the first 2 sessions. And when the 15 seats are full, it's completely closed. Don't message us asking to Skizzy because it's not going to be possible.
Mhm.
So thank you so much, Thomas. Do you want to add something?
I just want to say that once they join that 15 students or seats, David, they are going to be part of a group of folks that are going to have a wonderful time. They're going to be learning together, and it's going to literally change their life when it comes to their career because it's a lucrative career, it's something that's sought after, and this is going to help them essentially lay down their foundation, and you get to make friends and you get to know me and gain that
Networking.
confidence there.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Thomas. Thank you, everyone who's watching us. See you on the next cohort. Bye bye. Have a great day.